Hey, I'm just laying down. I'm so burned out that I'm going to do this laying down. I've had a blessed week. I got a job. I've just been feeling really tired from that, but wanted to get on here and talk, even if I don't feel like it. I want to tell this story. The one I was so hesitant to tell the first time I did this. It'll explain to you why I wanted a second chance at being a mother. And also I heard someone else tell a similar story. And it made me feel like I had the courage to say it. Back in 2007, I had a baby. My baby was addicted to heroin. And I gave her up for adoption. And my whole mental illness played into this because my mother told my gynecologist that I was too mentally ill to ever have children, make a decision that my tubes were tied permanently. So after that point, even if I got sober, I still couldn't have children. That decision was made against my will. I honestly never thought I would fall in love. I thought I wasn't gonna get sober. I honestly didn't think it would be a big deal. It was just, the consequences of my actions. I wasn't right for many years. I wasn't right. Addiction does something to people, and it's so shameful. I'm so ashamed to say that out loud, but I know there's people out there who have been through this. It's just not talked about. I went into a mental institution right after. I couldn't deal with it. I don't want to blame anybody but myself. But, you know, after I got sober for a few years, I realized I really wanted to have another child. Really had baby fever. I didn't even want to tell this story. At the time, I went to every hospital in town and told them that I was on drugs, and nobody would help me. They were Christian hospitals. St. Francis. I'll just say I went to every hospital and tried to get clean. No one would help me because they were Christian hospitals, which is such a disgrace. But I wasn't strong enough at the time to just stop. I went to a detox. I lied about being pregnant and went to a detox. And it got me sober for like 2 weeks. But after that, my parents agreed to give me $25 a day for heroin so that I wouldn't go into premature labor. So, I continued to do heroin during my pregnancy. I went to 2 or 3 mental hospitals after that, just for the grief, just for the shame. I couldn't forgive myself. I don't know if you ever can really forgive yourself for something like that. But that was the hardest situation I've been through in my life, is to have a child addicted to heroin. And I never told anybody. I still haven't told anybody. I don't tell people. I don't tell people. But I heard someone share a similar story. I have in the past. I feel instantly connected when I hear someone else used during their pregnancy and had a baby that was affected by drugs. I'll never get over that. I already feel the worst feelings about myself, and what I can focus on is being a better person. What I can focus on is what I can change about myself. I can't change the past. So, always wanted to have a second chance at being a mother. And yeah, I probably did deserve to get my tubes tied. Yeah. But how could doctors do that? How could doctors do that? My mom said to me, people like me didn't deserve to have children. I was adopted, so she couldn't have children. But people like me didn't deserve to have children. Drug addicts like me. And maybe that is the truth. Maybe it is. But I got my life together. I got sober. I healed. But what right did those doctors have to do that to me? I don't know. I can't change the past. I cannot change the past. All I know is that when I have heard other people say that they also had been in a situation like that, it made me feel okay to share my story. It made me feel like I wasn't alone. Sorry, I'm laying down. Just exhausted. I just wanted to say that story about what had happened to me. I wanted to say it without crying. I don't like to get on here and cry. I don't even like to get on here. I'm doing this for God. I haven't given up on my spiritual journey. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. I know shit happens sometimes. Life happens, and not everybody comes from a good family. Not everybody was raised right. Not everybody had love. I turned to drugs. And that's okay. That's okay too, because I stopped. I changed my life. But in order to heal, you have to talk about these things. I hate that part. I hate that part. It's so easy. It's the easy way out to just judge somebody, to make assumptions. It's easy to do that. I'm not perfect. I'm just trying to live and heal. And let people know there is another way to live. I am not perfect. I've made so many mistakes. But I want to be in a society where it's okay to say what you've been through without fear of persecution. It's okay. It's okay to just be human and make mistakes. Crying is healing. Talking about your trauma is healing. It takes more courage to say it out loud and release it. Release what you did. Release your feelings. Than to keep it bottled up and sick and toxic inside, which is what I've been doing. I hide those parts of myself. I don't tell those stories. Please, I don't want people to look at me like I'm crazier than I am. I have gotten a lot of counseling for my guilt from that. And I don't want to blame anybody else for my situation. I put myself through these things, and I suffered every consequence. Every emotional consequence. But I just want to give you some kind of hope that your life could be completely different one day. You know, I'm not that person today, but I was. And I feel blessed that I can educate people. I feel blessed that I'm sober 9 years today. I feel blessed that I'm able to say out loud what I did. And I also feel blessed to know that other women, a lot of other women, have been in this situation also. And also, I wanted to say, I don't know how, I haven't checked my views. Everybody that I've dealt with on the outside, my 3D world, has been so kind and loving to me. Like, they've seen my videos. I don't know. It seems like I am loved. People are going out of their way to let me know they love me. And it's nice. Thank you. Thank you. In my life, I have always remembered who has been nice to me. You know, people out in public that go a little extra mile to let you know you're appreciated. A waitress at a restaurant who has a really sweet personality. You never forget who's kind to you. If you could just be love, be a little bit extra nice, people will never forget that about you. So that's been a pleasant surprise. Because the past week, people have really gone out of their way to let me know that I'm loved, and I do appreciate that. I'm sorry I haven't been on here. I just feeling emotionally overwhelmed by the circumstances of my life. I'm blessed that I found a job. And thank you for listening to me.